Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legends Symbiosis, where I am worried. I thought things were getting better toward the middle of the last episode, and then this whole front of the war broke down. I guess Green still has a lot of units and is maybe in position to make a move, but if Green doesn't do something pretty quickly, Purple's gonna start getting devoured. I don't know how we win this. I don't know if it's even possible. I'm starting to get really worried about Purple, or about Blue. So in 3 turns, we're going to get a movement to the next step of our faction quest, and who knows what the hell that is. The good news is, it's entirely possible that Blue's not doing very well on actual victory conditions. We could buy a spy and try to ascertain exactly where they are, but spies are expensive, and the thing is, I don't know that it matters, in terms of, like, we're not going to make any different moves, right? We're already headed for victory in the fastest way we possibly can be. We could implant a spy and try to accumulate enough infiltration points to crash their morale or something, but that would take a long time. We probably cannot realistically do that. So I kind of think, the more I think about this, I kind of think we need to take the truce from Blue. We'll have to give them a bunch of stuff, but we'll get 1,000 dust back for finishing the history lesson quest. Alright, what exactly does the deal look like? That's the only tech they want. If we give them organized labor, they're just going to buy all the stockpiles off of the market away from us, probably. That's why they want it, right? It's the only value that this tech has. Huh. Just out of curiosity, seeing if there's... Oh, they would love it if I declare war on Green. So they are afraid of Green. They think Green's in a dangerous position. What else would I have to give them? Be like, all this grass silk plus something, or all of our dust. We have a grass silk booster currently running. We do. For 7 more turns. So we could give him all of our grass silk right now and it wouldn't affect anything. We'll have enough to repop the booster when it ends. Well, like all the grass silk and then some dust orchid. I don't really want to give him the spices. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to want to give him any of this, right? Okay, a little bit of glass steel though. That's not too bad. I don't really want to buy any of the stockpiles off the marketplace. Not yet, because when we research unskilled labor, remember, it's going to have the number of stockpiles we're holding. So we really don't want to buy them until afterward. Yeah, as we just do this. Oh, he damaged the fortification on Arinla again. Okay, whatever. Alright, so we get our truce. And then what do we do with our armies? I guess we just go and collect pearls. These guys are done. How much time do we have left on Lust for Loot? 4 turns. We could get that. We get that first one. Grab these pearls on the way over there. Alright, we still don't really know where we're at in terms of how long it's going to take us to do our faction quest. I don't know, man. I think probably Blue is not super close to winning. If they slow down Green and slow down Purple, or even just slow down Purple, it probably opens the field for us to win a little bit more. But we do have to survive, right? And we don't know where Red's at. Like, we have to get through this unskilled labor thing, figure out the deal with our stockpiles, and then from there, probably a lot of our dust is going to go to making sure that we have spies embedded in everybody else's empire. Because we need more information than we have, but we also kind of can't afford it right now. Wonder if we could talk Red into the war against Blue? Or if doing so would even be helpful? Alright, Alright, so we got our 25 dust water. There's 25 hydromiel right there. That might actually be gettable, too. Okay, blue closes their borders on us. We don't care about that at all. No big surprise there. Blue took over Khazar. That makes sense, because he was isolated in the middle of their territory, and unfortunately, the world is too settled for Urkans to be easily withdrawable at this point. So that hydromiel. Best way to get that would probably be to unassign Makani Che and just make Makani Che a hero on Rexos. Or make him his own army on Rexos. So let's do that. Doesn't have any move this turn, but he should be able to get over there. Yeah, the turn before the quest expires. Okay, here's a question. Does Feeds on Bones take Cold Operator? You can see our expectation for the end of winter has adjusted a little bit. We now know that it cannot end on this next turn, thanks to our... What is that building called? Thanks to our cryometric monitors. So... 2 to 14 more turns of winter in this winter. And then I honestly would be pretty surprised if we see a winter after this. I'm gonna skip Cold Operator. Hold on. He's the governor of Amgar? What are we looking at here? So Amgar is currently showing as being both fervent and at 83% approval, which both of those cannot be true. So we would get some more play immediately. You know what? I think I'm gonna skip Cold Operator. I'm gonna hope that we're gonna see winter end closer to 2 turns than 14. Okay, we did that already. Oh hey, we never actually did build the cargo dock here. Wait, isn't this the place that we couldn't? Yeah, I still can't there. Wait, why can I not build a cargo dock here, but I can build a cargo dock there? Those are on the same body of water, which doesn't connect to the ocean. Something going on with my brain? What is happening here? No, this is just a normal inland water exploitation tile. Huh. That is strange. Well, whatever. I mean, I can't build it, can't build it. So, what do we want to do here? Another burrow, I guess, would be fine. Maybe we could start leveling stuff up a little. Man, that would be a really good place for a dock if I could build one there. Alright, so we are going to be a little bit reliant on Green getting their act together. Hopefully Purple can get these guys onto the shore before they get attacked by ships next turn. You are not going to be able to help with the war effort. That's for sure. Oh, interesting. We found the design for the artillery ship. I don't actually even want that, frankly. I guess it gets us a tech closer. Okay. Makes it so we enter Era 5 with our next research. That's okay. That's kind of neat. With unskilled labor finishing. Honestly, I don't know that it matters. Okay, so we have all this money. Let's see if there are any stockpiles left on the marketplace. And if there are, let us buy them a lot. It is nice to be making that amount of money. It would be really nice if winter would come to an end. I'd love to be able to wait until after winter to pop the dust water. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Absolutely not. What a ridiculous offer. Okay, what is our first research in this era? We don't really need state-approved theater. Advanced quarry doesn't make sense. Yeah, we're not actually exploiting the tiles with the strategic resources here. So probably the thing that we actually do want here is, like... We definitely want Imperial News Network, but we want these more. So I think what we probably do is go back and grab these two texts real quick. Okay. Stockpiles. Oh, he didn't actually buy any of them. Alright, well, we care about these industry stockpiles quite a bit. The food stockpiles, I guess, they're better the earlier you use them. Yeah, I'm going to buy all of them. And then we're earning enough money to buy an industry stockpile every turn. We'll just, like, buy these out as quickly as we can to keep Blue from getting them. And am I going to throw all of the stockpiles on Erinla? And Erinla is definitely the city where we're building the thing, right? It is the largest and most successful of our cities. Yeah, I think so. I think we throw all 4 of these on Erinla. So it'll spend 1 of them each turn for 4 turns. And this is just a big flat amount of food. I guess we wanna pop the spice boosters, because it did say the food bonus was on the city. So can we buy? We can indeed buy 4 spices. I think the spices will affect that food income. I mean, that's certainly a very large number. We'll hold off on... How was that? Wait, what? How did that get damaged? Has that been damaged this... Has that been damaged this whole time? Seems unlikely. Well, it would only be 194 dust to make sure it gets done. Yeah, let's just get it. Let's just buy that point of population. Man, I don't know. Maybe I've been playing really terribly. I guess it's possible. Stranger things have happened. Okay, so we don't actually have a huge goal for you. Now that you've managed to grab these pearls, I suppose we have other pearls to get, but we can't really contribute to the... We cannot contribute to the war in any way anymore. We just have to hope that between purple and green they can figure it out. I mean, green's going to make landfall next turn with a bunch of armies. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off. I sure hope so. As is pretty much always the case, the defeat of the Necrophage player would be really great for everybody. We may as well go and get those. Yep, you know where you're headed. Alright, and next turn we actually do move up the next step of the faction quest. Do we want to build our Abbey of Anomalies? Like, do we want to change this? Do we want to just build a normal district here instead of building the Abbey there? And put our Abbey on the Black Earth instead? No, probably not. Not at this point. The huge amount of food is still good, but it's not quite what it would have been earlier. So if we're going to expand again... I guess expanding this way, we're gonna max out this dock. And then we're going to want to have a lot of water exploitation. So maybe even this would be good. And all of the water exploitation is... I mean, maxing out the dock doesn't actually add anything new to the non-dock tiles. But just getting water exploitation is good now that we have a cargo dock. Do we have anything that we want to sell off, or... Also, I already had a dust water booster running, apparently. No, not really. I think we just wait. Get the dust for the stockpiles the old-fashioned way. I missed Graldum. Yeah, Graldum's right in front of me, just begging for the ability to build something. Well, how about we just put a district here? It will be immediately leveled up. It will also level up that district. Seems fine. So, Wibersigo is getting fed quite a bit of XP pretty quickly. I'm hoping that Arindla will produce just produce population every single turn for the rest of the for the foreseeable future. Okay, this is a great time for winter to end. And where are we at now? Faction quest. We have 7 turns. Wow, it actually is going to be winter again pretty soon. That's not what I clicked. There we go. Okay, purple is on 1 victory tech. That's worrying. What is, okay. Study and catalog the Endless's ancient lab sites. Search these ruins. We certainly have the ability to do that sort of thing. Do I even want to finish collecting this? Yeah, okay, this army can grab this one. So you may as well search this. And our faction quest feels really long. Next location is over there. Ah, that's a shame. Because this is the last turn. Hey. I didn't tell you to do that. Sometimes when you hold right click and then left click, you can cancel issuing the order, and sometimes it just doesn't do it. For some reason. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get the next one off, no matter what. I don't know. This is a definite no. That's a crazy offer. Hey, blue is just decreasing population in Arindla over and over again, probably for the rest of the game. That would be my expectation. I think this is where we end up. So do we want this? Do we want improved dust alchemies and 42 grass silk in exchange for brigade system? Yes. Yes, I do. I think that's a fine trade. Okay, yeah, we know what this is. A dearth of dust has begun. Doesn't really affect us at this point. So let's have a look at prayer here. Actually, never mind. None of these winter effects are meaningful for us in any way. Don't care about that. Okay. More ruins to search up here. We just got to keep looking. I'm hoping that we can get a little bit lucky and find ourselves some good strategics in some of these ruins. All the way over there where the borders are closed. Yep, so just everywhere in the world, especially in places where the borders are close to us. Cool. Great. Well, that part's going to be on you. You're pretty fast. You got to figure this one out. That's the best we can do, huh? 5 turns? Well, it is what it is. It's not a ton. Actually, you know what? Mykara is traveling alone at this point. I'm going to throw an improved movement trinket on him. We hadn't done this prior to this because it wouldn't have mattered because he was traveling with other units who were slower. But yeah, this will speed this up by a turn because we can do the whole land move in a single go. And we're just going to have to get over to Blue's territory and then buy out the open borders. We don't really have a way around it. Okay, in in Graldam, it's just the camera can't be settled on Graldam. We have the opportunity to build some very expensive buildings that I guess are totally fine. We're definitely not building anything that's made out of mithrite. I guess get to work on that. Here in Arindla, we are not going to be able to start work on the next borough until next turn. You get advanced extraction going. We only, this is not limited. We can get as many of these as we want. I don't know where it would even matter, though. We're already making so much grass silk that it's like kind of irrelevant. Yeah, I don't think that we actually benefit very much from building the extra extractor tech. Okay. So we need to search all these ruins, and then there's still one more thing to do, and then we can get our, and I imagine it's build the Urkan archive probably, which sucks, because that is a lot of strategic resources. So we need to keep checking in on purple, because we know purple has good Hyperium generation, and we need all of their Hyperium probably in order to win the game. Can I get a bunch of mithrite from you as well? Wow, you have 150 mithrite. Here, let's do this. We'll give you a cool technology. You will give us all of the mithrite and hyperium that you can spare. Alright, that puts us in a much better position. As soon as we can actually build the damn temple. Now, one more thing I want to do. I want to check in on blue. I can't even see their text this way. Shoot, that's right, because we don't have the ability to negotiate with them. Mostly what I'm curious about is what their one victory tech is, because if it was Serum of Iteru, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be able to win the game very quickly afterward. But if it was the science tech, then we're dead. We cannot possibly beat them. Let's buy one of these. Glass steel is pretty valuable. Let's buy a hero. I mean, it would be best for it to be a hero who's actually good at spying. A hero with spying 4 is really what we need. We can sell some grass silk. This stuff is not super meaningful to us. Let's go ahead and plant our spy in... See, here's the thing. We don't want to put our spy in a city where that city is likely to get lost. We want it to be a city that Blue's going to hold on to. So it would be best if we could plant it, like, in Halithby. We don't have any units who have any... we have some units who have some movement left, actually. We might be able to get Vision of Halithby this turn. Yes, we totally can. Okay. Let's level Dabuo Ofosu up a little bit first. I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, it's only level 2. Alright, we'll throw you in there. With Spying 4, we're generating 12 infiltration points per turn. You know, actually, like, getting to a place where we can decrease their science production might actually be relevant. Hopefully, you can do it quickly enough. We're definitely going to want to go over there in force, because I don't know what might spawn, you know? The two things are right next to each other. We would only have to get open borders for a little bit. But of course we have no way of negotiating open borders, man. I'm not going to give you any of that stuff. Yeah, shoot. Well, we basically have two options here. One, somehow acquire stuff he'll trade for, or two, just redeclare war on him so his borders can't be enforced against us. He has moved his units away from us for the most part, so maybe that redeclaration plan is not actually as crazy as it sounds. It doesn't sound great, though, I'll admit that. Is my tech actually going to complete here? I would really like to have this so that I can start building the things in Erindla. It looks like we went from 1 turn left on that to having 1 turn left on that still, somehow. Like, very annoying. Okay, find me really cool stuff. I don't even know what I'm looking for at this point. Just please find me cool stuff. Hydromiel. Well, I think I'm more likely to want to sell it than use it. I guess it's not an inconsiderable amount of dust, and we have a lot of heroes. Yeah, that's 300 dust per turn. Do I just want to merge these armies? I guess we could fan out and search more. Yeah, you know what? Let's stay separate. We'll send these guys up to here. We just need to keep searching as many ruins as we possibly can. Alright, green is making some headway against blue. Maybe green is going to make it so that we're okay here. So I sort of want to jump in the water. Okay, hear me out. Blue's terrifying, but if green is drawing off all of their forces, if they, they move stuff away because they don't see us as a threat anymore because of the truce, or they don't see us as a piñata, rather, to get loot out of. They've run all their armies up here. Maybe we can afford to redeclare Steal Halethby from them, and then it would have to be the case that they could never get a reprisal against us, right? But Halethby does only have 2 militia currently guarding it. Does it have... It does not have a governor. Well, we couldn't redeclare this turn no matter what, right? How expensive would a redeclaration be? So we could bump some people over onto influence in Rexos. Just try to generate enough influence to be able to do something aggressive here. As it stands right now, even if we were to negotiate, or even if we were to have a deal available that would get open borders from them, we probably wouldn't be able to put it on the table anyway, so let's make sure that we're generating influence as quickly as we can. Of course, they took over the region that the other thing is in. Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot, actually. Doing a really good job of stymieing me here. Guardian heading for Urminla can be defeated in battle. It can also be redirected toward another empire if you activate 2 Titan Bone boosters. Well, there's a Guardian. There's a Dust Guardian coming for Urminla. Where is it? I don't know. I don't see it. Well, that's a crappy thing for a quest to spawn. I actually really don't want that to be happening. Are we at peace with purple still? Or pink? Yes, we are. Okay, so they cannot attack us. A bunch of ruins clustered up over here that hopefully we'll be able to get some benefit out of. Alright, I guess we're out of movement anyway. Even if we could negotiate with blue, it wouldn't help right now. Let's just keep buying these stockpiles. Don't want this science stockpile. What are we producing right now, science-wise? It would be a turn of extra science. I don't know. It's probably not that big a deal. Yeah, let's just keep buying the industry stockpiles in the hopes of getting all of them before the other players can. So once we have a couple of new techs, maybe we'll be able to trade for open borders with blue. It is entirely possible, it's worth remembering, for them to give us open borders in a trade deal and then close the borders again immediately, like the same turn, which would be bad. If we can get at least one full turn of the borders being open, we can get all this stuff done. But remember, making landfall will cost all of our movement. So we will need 2 turns. That never stop Dust Orchid. Here we certainly want to build a production line and actually a National Craftworks as well. I'm going to need roughly 20 adamantium to get that process started. Production line is definitely more important. Oh, I did not add the numbers correctly, or rather did not fully read them. Okay, work on this industrial zone should really go to the end. And do we here want to... Do we want to just move everybody over to industry to push some of this stuff through? If we did that... Yeah, some things get done pretty quickly, and we're still producing enough food. And Urminla has been Spied on once again. So we really only have a couple of options for dealing with that. At the moment, a roundup would be a really bad idea. It would really, really hurt our output in a way that we can't afford. So we could research a security building and build that. We could also let our spy establish enough and then do a try to do a reveal spies action, but this will only be effective if their spy has already been wounded by our security forces, because it cannot straight up kill the enemy spy. So I'm thinking probably it is going to be the case that we're just going to build a security building for that city. Well, get on land and we'll figure it out afterward. You don't really have a place where you can go. Get more ruins. I guess Red's territory. I'm like looking at all of the colors that I'm treating as friendly inside my head, but we're at peace with Red. Red will let us in. Yeah, not you guys. Actually, probably just want to get on land. Because the run over to here will be way faster on land. It's some real crappy weather over here. Yeah, we're just going to keep building stuff up in Rexos. Also in Omgar. Very little reason to do anything other than just build districts, right? So let's talk to Blue a little bit now. Opening of the borders. If we assume we're not going to give them correctly, assume that we are not going to give them any of our Mithrite or Hyperium. How could we even get this? No. This negotiation will not happen. There's not all the rest of our stuff combined is not enough to get the job done. And they don't want any of our techs. We legitimately might be in a place where a declaration of war is the only sensible move. I hate that happened. I hate that this happened especially. That's very frustrating. Why did it have to spawn all of the ruins in Blue's territory? Alright, what's in their production queue right now? We just let them finish that. Yeah, I really need green to continue being successful in the war up here, but the numbers look pretty bad for them, I think. Part of the problem is just that blue has been very successful at proliferating. But we can't win the game if we can't get to this stuff. And unfortunately, we couldn't... We could just try to stealth in with a stealth unit and do this if they didn't have watchtowers built in exactly the wrong places. Yeah, there's a watchtower right there, and it has true sight vision of all of the tiles adjacent to that ruin. So stealth is not an option. We are going to have to... We're going to have to declare war. There's no way to do this other than to declare war. Well, it's going to be a couple of turns before we can do it. And then there's still something else to do in our faction quest. Truly awful. Well, the good news is Erindla is going to be a real production powerhouse. We just pour military units out of it. We managed to distract Blue from attacking us for a little while, which is the best we could possibly hope for, apparently. And we're going to have to do something pretty drastic here. Wait, can that really not be? Oh, yeah, there's a cliff there. It was completely hidden by the Guardian. Cool, nothing. We found our favorite thing in that ruin. Disappointment. Yeah, if we could just get kind of close to getting them to give us open borders. I hardly need any time at all. We're right on top of the ruins. I just need to be able to get in there. There's no way for me to search this land ruin because the tiles adjacent to it are covered in cities. That's a little bit of a shame. Okay, so those are the only two units that haven't moved yet. Here in Sayap, we can finally put down the Abbey of Anomalies that I actually want. Yeah, I hate this plan, by the way. Redeclaring war is just a very bad idea. But I don't know how we win otherwise. We may have to do something completely suicidal. If we did manage to take Halithby, we would probably relieve some of the pressure on the northern armies. Right, Blue would have to bring some stuff down to fight us. But we would not survive the counterattack. Once they take Halithby back from us, obviously, that's not a big deal. But once they've done that, they cross the border or they cross the river, cross the strait here to Arindla, and then we just lose Arindla. And there's no way we could not lose Arindla. I guess that's not entirely true. You know what we could do is just line the shore with bodies and make it impossible for them to land. It's a little it's a little tiny bit exploity. When are we actually going to be able to make this decision? The cost of this is going to come down a little bit next turn, but probably not enough. So it's probably 2 turns from now is when we're going to have to decide whether we want to do this or not. Well, I guess let's keep pushing. See what things look like in 2 turns. We probably will be able to build the... we'll probably be able to build the tower, the Temple of the Earth's Core, pretty quickly once we actually get to it. What is this? Back to Cold War with Red? Okay, that's an annoying thing for them to do. They just want to be able to attack my unit. That's in their borders, probably. Obviously, you can't let the player have any kind of benefit at all. Definitely repop the grass silk. We only have 5. Yeah, we only have 5 dust orchid left. We have 25 dust water, so that's definitely repoppable. No reason to let that lapse. Alright, our spy is tiered up. I don't think there's anything we can do at this tier. I think we need another level or 2. Okay, we did actually wound their spy in our city. That's good. We're probably just going to lose that that naval unit then. I guess we have a little bit of time. Alright, we may as well go over here and search this ruin. Okay, we have the movement necessary, I believe, to hit that search in a single movement. We can run along the road for most of it. We're pretty fast. He is reliably producing ships, and now he's just making stockpiles. Which means he feels like he has enough military units. Is he right? I don't know. This seems like a pretty stiff opposition to me. You know what would be really cool is if Purple could reclaim Delard for us, so that we can so we could just go search that. We gained access to mining rights and automated production are the two things we gained access to. So I would love to have automated production in this city. It is going to cost us another 15 adamantium. That is a very payable cost. That is probably more important than the National Craftworks. We could throw down an industry stockpile here. I was thinking, like, the cost of the Temple of the Earth's Core is pretty high, and we definitely need to have a whole lot of industry stockpiles available for going for it. But if we're thinking we might have to declare war on the necrophages here, it probably behooves us to get through all this stuff so that we can get into troop mode. It is likely that we will have to be in troop mode. So we have to get everything else done first. And we actually probably should swap Wayrasigo over. Right, because we're going to produce a lot of industry worth of stuff in the next couple of turns. Yeah, let's do that. I should have done that a turn or two ago, actually. And Graldom gets taken over by Ululani Rawi, who's pretty good at running a city that is this volcanic. Okay, because this will be a bunch of XP for Sigo. Alright, our spy can't really do anything terribly meaningful yet. We could, at tier 3, which is 6 turns from now, we could do like a morale drop or something. I guess next turn when we're making our decision, we will have the influence necessary to just do a 10% science drop on them for 6 turns if that turns out to be the best thing we can possibly do with him. And it might turn out to be the case. Alright. Let's move on to the next turn here and do the math on our options. If we declare war on blue, the odds of us getting a truce back are basically 0. We don't have anything he wants anymore. So if we're going to declare on him, we got to be like 100% sure that's the right move. We do have a new technology or two. What am I looking at? I'm looking at 1 to 12 turns on winter, and now I'm starting to think that we will, in fact, be seeing the next winter, which would mean that we have to pick up Cold Operator, because I don't want to... Well, you know, the only really major winter effect is that extra expansion disapproval. That is fixable. Yeah, maybe I don't bother with it just because, like, we need all of the industry-related stuff so badly. Because we could just get another bunch of luxury resources or something. We could offset it. I wish pink would black spot blue. Let me help feed some resources to my allies as they fight the evil empire here. Oh hey, it's guys who could attack my guys. Out of curiosity, Red, can we maybe get peace back? Would you calm down? He's not really that interested. I mean, I guess I'm not either. I don't know that I care enough to spend resources on that. $320 dust. Let's try to get over on Pink's side of the line here, I guess. Okay. So it looks like Purple has no interest at all in retaking their cities. They just don't have any military units anymore, and it seems like they maybe have stopped building them? Green got pushed back pretty hard. Blue has 1 million units. The war declaration really would not be a good idea. But We can't... Yeah, we just can't get open borders. He won't give it to us. If we put everything on the table, is this even enough? It is. Okay. If we remove... Let's say we remove the Hyperion. We scale the Mithrite back to a reasonable level, because we are mining Mithrite. It's not that hard for us to get more Mithrite. Just trying to think. We're going to need 45 for the temple itself, plus we're going to need a total of 60 Mithrite at least. I'm wondering if maybe we want to pull some of this other stuff off the table. I guess not really, right? None of the rest of it matters very much. So, here's the thing. If we do this and he immediately closes his borders on us, then we paid him all this stuff for nothing, effectively. We will be able to search 2 of the ruins right now, but we won't be able to search the last one. And we will have no way of getting open borders again. The declaration of war almost certainly kills us. But so does this. Like, the declaration of war almost certainly kills us, but this probably doesn't work. How much was the influence cost of this deal? 454. So it'd be a couple more turns before we could declare war. It's tough, because if he does give me just until the end of turn 106 with open borders, we're good. And we don't have to go to war with him for it. And probably all the stuff that we're giving him combined doesn't actually amount to anything in terms of him trying to take over the world. Like, we're probably not actually helping him with all this stuff, not in a meaningful way. The war declaration is suicide. It's not. It gets us. It gets us the ruins for sure, and then we die. Probably. Then we probably die. We maybe die. He is very focused up north. But we have to finish 2 steps of our faction quest, plus we have to make the actual temple. He has that much time to come back and put the hurt on. That's a lot. It's a lot of time. I'm tempted. You know what we're going to do? I'm just going to make a save here, and we're going to try the one way. And... that feels a little cowardly. This really is like the game decision, though. The declaration of war. So purple's not fighting him. Purple's not fighting him, and purple's not building units, as far as we can tell. They're not trying to fight him. They will not take back their cities. That means that we can't rely on purple drawing off any of his units. All of the units that are over here would just go down to Arindla and destroy it. I think the war declaration kills us, so let's try this way. And if this doesn't work, then I don't know what we'll do. We search this ruin, you in here, and search... Well, hold on. Let's move to there first. May as well grab this ruin as we pass. An army in Salamar has some whatever. Okay. Probably blue will kill that army in Salamar for us. Also, another army. Another avenging army. Well, the good news is that the reward from that second quest is totally useful. That is an amount of spices that I have good feelings about. Alright, say up here we build a burrow. It turns out, who would have thought? This burrow is immediately level 2. May as well. Okay, it looks like he is going to let us over here. So we could actually have done this a couple turns ago. I wasn't... Oh no, we can't quite make it. Well, that's bad. Oh, this army's getting slowed down by somebody. We have units who can make it over there. Let me just select one unit here. Have them make the run. We need to do this quickly before he closes his borders on us. Okay. Build the Urkan archive and ensure the endless and shameful history is never forgotten. We will gain inner peace and also the ability to build the Temple of the Earth's Core. It costs 72,000 influence or industry, which is too much. It's a lot is what it is. Alright, hold on. I'll be right with you. Ululani Rawi can get the last point of inspirational leader. Okay, well, we got to make our Urkan archive, obviously. That is of tremendous import. What is this? My Mithrite for your Dust Orchid. Even if I still had it. Absolutely not. Okay, so what was the quest that we picked up? Okay. We picked up a quest from a ruin that is going to give us 40 emeralds. I have no interest in this quest. Okay, a whole bunch of Hyperium in a ruin is extremely welcome at this point in the game. You guys, I guess... So here's somebody who is a little bit faster can run over and grab that ruin. Yeah, I have definitely had the AI immediately close borders on me after opening them in the past. So that's why I was pretty gun-shy about that. Okay, obviously here we just have to retreat. What is this? Oh yes, here we also retreat. I didn't hit the execute queued moves button. And so Red Spite attacked us. Wow, cool. He ran in here to project his zone of control on me so that I would lose a point of movement and end up only here. I know it looks like we're there, but that's because the graphics have desynced from the actual position of our unit. Red is just being incredibly spiteful. Well, you guys better get on land or else you're going to get killed. Okay, so... Yep, Arilla's population gets decreased. We're going to get ourselves... Plus 30 security. What's the security building that we get back here do? It's just plus 20. It's a lot cheaper to build, is the thing. Plus 20 might be good enough. Okay. Let's have a look at our luxuries. It is not currently possible to buy enough Titan Bones to run a booster. We have Dust Orchid currently running... Yeah, I mean, I really need Titan Bones. We know that there's a Titan Bone, a couple of sources of Titan Bones over here, so Red might be willing to trade us some. Maybe we can make that happen. I will give you whatever you want, man. Sorry, no, I misspoke. Unfortunately, we do have to do peace in order to have access to the resource trade here. We actually really need this. How many Titan Bones do I need exactly? 10. I guess we should talk to everybody else. Let's see if anybody else has any. You don't. You don't. I'm not expecting anyone else to. I think he's the only... Oh, okay, hold on a moment. You have some Titan Bones. And you are willing to be a little bit less stingy with them. Okay, yeah, he's like massively behind. I think we can afford to trade with him pretty generously without putting ourselves in any danger here. Alright, I think we're going to buy all of the Titan Bones, even though we don't actually need 100% of these. Oh, I do have to sell something if I want to buy all of them. Somehow the glass steel is still, like, extremely valuable. I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, so the question is, do we want to pop the Titan Bones now? Or do we want to wait until next turn when we actually start building the thing? I think we want to do it now, because we're going to be able to roll over a bunch of the... yeah, we're going to be able to roll over a bunch of the industry. So, Titan Bones up. Industry stockpiles up. Let's fire all of those. And I don't think there's anything else that we want to do here. Anything else that we need to do. We have both of the strategic booster, or the luxury boosters running that increase industry. It doesn't make any sense for us to change. Yeah, we we have basically no assimilations available. Being as painted into a corner as we were here really did hurt us. That said, by the time we were considering attacking red, I'm pretty sure it was not right to attack red anymore. Like, the situation had unfolded. Holy crap, yeah, declaring war on blue would have been absolute death. No two ways about that. So, a bunch of our cities are just going to produce stockpiles to feed industry into the other city. Yep, alright, good luck, us. So we can afford to have our dudes sit in Halithby and continue to gain gain infiltration points for a little bit. It looks to me like green is maybe actually going to be able to wear down blue's forces around Iberian, but blue will be able to take it back. This at least gives blue something to focus on, though. So we get to start building our Temple of the Earth's Core on turn 107. Pretty far from ideal. And hey, look, it's eclipse time. Let's go ahead and search this ruin that we strategically placed ourselves adjacent to. Come on, search the ruin. There we go. We found ourselves the Shard of Icariel. What a pretty good sword. 12, it's like 30 turns ago. Alright. Inner Peace is a fair amount of extra influence, because we definitely did prioritize building near ruins. The Temple of the Earth's Core requires 40 mithrite. I can't imagine we're going to have a hard time acquiring 7 more mithrite. Alright, at the current rate of construction, 15 turns. Keep in mind, that only works if we are, if we have a stockpile running for each of the next 15 turns, which we don't, and we also have to keep our our relevant luxuries running for the entirety of the 15 turns, which we can't. So, I think I'm not going to take Cold Operator. We're just going to start grabbing Inspirational Leader. We do need Behemoth Tamer as well. We should take Behemoth Tamer now, because I think it's entirely possible he doesn't gain another level. So that'll strip 2 turns off. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's have you run over and grab this. There are still some things on the market. Wait, can you not... Why did he move? I just told him to search the same thing again. Okay, bring a settler over here. Well, will not be doing. And you probably just get back onto our shores, right? think. We don't really have a lot of spare units over here. We could snap our hero back. Although we should definitely search the ruins over here first. Unfortunately, the presence of Blue's armies is going to make this a little bit awkward. Makes our movement a lot more expensive. I think I want to grab that before we leave, at least. Okay, you guys can search this. I'm being attacked. Wait a minute. Oh, right. I was like, why can I be attacked over here? I'm not in his territory, but yeah, that's... He can totally attack me in neutral territory. Got 40 pixie blood, which we don't need or value at all. Well, running from this battle kills all these units, but so does fighting it. Yeah, Red's just being a huge asshole. I don't care that much. These units don't matter to us, but it's still annoying. Okay. So Blue is definitely going to win the war. He has 13 turns. 13 turns to figure out that victory. And in Sayap, probably just Industrial Zone. Right now, what do we have? We have like 9 stockpiles run? 8, 9? It's okay. It says 8 turns. So we need to produce another 5, produce and or buy another 5 stockpiles. That's the last one we can purchase. So these 3 plus 1 more that we build somewhere else should keep us boosted all the way through the end of the thing. When the Titan Bones end, that could be a problem. There's enough Dust Orchid that we'll be able to just repop the Dust Orchid upon it ending, but the Titan Bones... Well, let's buy the Titan Bones, shall we? Let's make sure that we have those. Let's buy every Titan Bone that appears on the market. What else do I have that I could sell? I guess I don't actually need all of this at all. Yeah, I don't need this. We do have a building that I'd like to build in Arindla, but it costs Mithrite, not Hyperium. Okay, so we can afford to sell all of our Hyperium at this point. Continue to buy all the Titan Bones. And I sold glass steel when really we should have kept a little bit of glass steel. We're producing 10 per turn. Is that what it takes to build that building? It is more than it takes. Okay, so if we were to buy 8 Mithrite right now, next turn we'll have enough resources to put the Imperial News Network in the queue. Obviously we have to buy it out, but we have a lot of income, and we did take the all of the appropriate reductions in building cost, so that shouldn't be too terribly expensive. I think we should be able to afford it. We might have to sell some stuff, but we should get there. Yeah, and we have ruins to search and stuff. Yeah, we should be able to get there. And then hopefully that'll take another turn or two off of this. I think it's actually possible we're going to pull this off, provided that Blue doesn't elect to declare war on us in the next few turns. There will come a point when it will be too late, right? I don't know exactly where that point is. Hopefully it's pretty soon. I don't know exactly how long it would take, but here comes the notification, right? So everybody knows now that we have started building the Temple of the Earth's core. Is this the declaration? No, it is a drop to Cold War from Pink. That's fine. So yeah, we're going to lose that unit that's over there. That's pretty whatever. Have we been black spotted? Purple has been black spotted. Interesting. That's not how I saw that going. Well, I can't say I'm upset about it, though. We found the Sustainer. You know, I don't know that I've ever actually gotten to use this. It tends to be the case that you find it so late in the game that is not really useful, but it seems like a great weapon. Okay, 350 dust. That's really more what I'm looking for than extremely good magic bows. Also, holy god, we are fast. So purple and we would expect purple and green to be perfectly fine with the fact that we're building the Temple of the Earth's core. I can't see them getting upset about it. Because if we win, they win. This is, yep, Arindla taking a decreased population. That guy's very close to wounded out. We've caught him twice now. He takes 50% damage each time that occurs. The reason he's not dead, having taken 50% damage twice, is because he is still getting some passive health regen. So he healed up a little bit in between. But he's very, very low now. Is there another ruin around here that would be easy to get to? That's pretty far out. I guess they're all pretty far out, but I don't know that you have a lot else to do out here, Makaniche. This is the thing you can do that is helpful. Okay, we can't quite reach that, but that is the Eclipse Ruin in the area. Let's start by moving to here. Grab this. Yep, okay, we can pick both of those up next turn. We hope. And there is this whole quest thing that we are definitely going to ignore because it will cause us to win the game if we complete it, but it would be way slower than just getting this done. Imperial News Network. It would be... Oh, we don't actually have to buy it out. It doesn't even add a turn to our temple. The buyout cost... Sorry, if we put this back down here, what would the buyout cost be? 31.22? We can make that happen. So I'm just thinking it's going to increase the amount of industry that we're producing every turn. And it may be enough to strip a turn off of the Temple of the Earth's core, but if we have to spend 1,000 industry on this, it makes that much less likely. So I think that was worth doing. Also, we have 47 Palladian again already. Oh, I must have found some in a ruin. Okay, so we know approximately what the situation looks like. Let's pass turn one more time. So I want to see how many turns are left on this with the Imperial News Network finished. But we are, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not have time to finish this whole game right now. Okay, 10 turns. So it did strip a turn off of that. Winter is going to fall before the end of... Yeah, winter's going to fall before the end of that construction. And when that happens, we're going to lose enough approval that we will go down to happy, but there's wine on the market, and we can just offset it immediately. So I'm not too stressed about that. Declaration of war from Red is not a huge surprise, and is also, I think, not super relevant. Like, we'll go ahead and run our army over here. Try to be in position to deal with that, but I'm pretty sure they can't kill us fast enough for it to matter. A declaration of war from Purple is kind of nonsensical. Okay, well, we were allied with all those people who have now declared war on us. That's kind of a crazy thing for them to do, because while allied with us, they win the game if we win the game. Now that they've declared war on us, they are not very likely to win the game at all. Found ourselves 25 Hyperium. Yeah, okay. We'll deal with this. I'm pretty surprised by that, actually. So we're going to move this army over to Omgar. I don't need any more industry stockpiles, right? Now that we've shaved enough turns off of this that the ones we're building now will be sufficient. So I think we can go into just troop building mode in all of our cities. I would love to rerun the Spice Booster if we could do that, please. That is, yes, very doable. Keep all that population coming in as quickly as we can. And there's a single science stockpile on the market. We should probably get it. I'm not, I guess, in a huge hurry. We don't need this. This won't quite get us there, though. And we have a lot of stuff we can sell. I'm going to go ahead and buy this science stockpile and run it. So we need... Yeah, we need to sell off our glass steel. And there's no moonleaf or anything, so yeah, we may as well just throw this down right now. So once we have unexpected allies finished, I'm not actually sure what the next move is. We could go back and grab sewer systems real quick. We don't need that. The wine will solve that problem. So I guess it's just military stuff, like a better quality of weapon, and then we go big on these huge Palladian weapons to defend ourselves with. That might be it. So, I mean, fighting is obviously a non-option here. But this army is just dead. Yeah. Auto-resolve, the fight. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised about everybody declaring war on me. I think the really good news here is that blue is not at war with us, and blue is between us and green, and purple is way too busy fighting blue to fight us, so I'm pretty sure the only person we actually have to worry about here is red. Can we keep red away from Arindla for 10 turns? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think red has any chance at all of getting to Arindla. So, the two ways this could go really wrong at this point, as I see it, are that I could have misread the situation from purple. Purple might just, like, power produce units and then run them to Arindla directly, or blue could still redeclare on us. So this is where we're going to leave it. I apologize for leaving you in suspense here, but I am, unfortunately, out of time. Come back next time tomorrow for a pretty definitive end of this game, one way or another. And we'll see you then.